I'm going to let him come on up. We got 2 and 2. Now, we in a sense of mind, but we are kind of sensible, so kind of keep that in mind.
All right.
Sensible. You know what I'm saying? No, what do we call it? Extraneous cursing.
Understood.
Gratuitous cursing. Y'all know, because some people just, y'all know y'all done heard that poem where it's like every other word is a curse word. And it's not adding anything to the poetry. They just cussing. And then halfway through the poem, you're like, what was he talking about again? Because I can't remember because he just cussing. So, all right. Coming to the mic before you for his quick set, because he quickly got to get back on 95.
Yeah.
Y'all give it up for Quick, the poet.
How y'all doing tonight? Everybody all right?
Yo.
Don't worry, I'm not going to get the every other word cursing on y'all. I appreciate y'all having me back. I haven't been back in probably, what is it, over a month? Probably. This is my 14th stop in like 18 days. Trying to pull off something different. Trust me, I'm paid off. I appreciate it. Known POETTIS a long time. I'm going to go ahead and get a piece out for you all called AmbitiousLuv2. All right?
All right.
My memories are filled with the truth. Ever since I made that decision to just leave and cut you loose, you see, I was only following the feeling I thought was right to do. To release you from those pains and those propositions too that I originally offered. To give you a daughter and junior me, or maybe a same gender lookalike, you know, one of you and me. And you used to always say to me, Quick, if you would just ever leave that situation where you in between me and her. But the crazy part to me is that you stayed and you wouldn't just leave. I guess you had this situation where you was hoping that. Breathe. Right. You say get a what now? Okay. All right. Oh, appreciate it. I'm sorry. I catch it. You had this focus and you were hoping that I never would have wrote this, or maybe better said, you were like, wish I wrote it with a better motive. And a progression elevating our status to something better. But instead we end up taking a turn for the worse. And you said to me, we're going to be apart forever is what we said. And you followed up with, I cannot believe you let me go. I've been so dedicated to you. Did you forget? And I didn't. And I never will, but this feeling on the inside of me kept asking me, how the hell you keep a queen in a prison, bro? Let her go. So that's just what I did. And after 2 years, I don't understand why I still feel how I feel. You see, I did the right thing, but emotions are revealed that are telling me I made a decision and possibly have copped the raw deal. It's like when you purchase brand new cars from dealerships. I suggest you read the fine print before you switch gears. Like I did when I released her to those wolves and those vultures with intentions. You know those type of dudes that love to hunt these women down by the packs and attack their hearts while they living. And it was the worst one that devoured her heart, and he had me going crazy. Bitching that she was better off than me when I had her in a triangular prison. And the writings on the wall are apparent that I still love her. Because just a simple thought, her being in love with another, I was like, nah, hell no. So I made the worst decision and accepted those troubles. It was guaranteed that going back in that same triangle, I'd eventually have to burst a bubble, or shatter somebody's daughter's heart. Well, y'all folks, y'all know the hustle. It was a time that was going to come when I was going to have to choose one. And I find myself back at the start of day one, spinning that same revolver. Psst, 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 click, click, click. Psst, psst, click, click. Psst, bah! And dying by that same gun. Because now I find myself living days that'll flip. You see, like a coin, I'm never knowing the stuff I'm about to get. You see, my supposed #1 is starting to say things like, Quick, your attitude is starting to switch. And my supposed #1, she like, hey, Quick, I'm getting tired of this. Tired of sharing what's been entitled to me. Well, folks, did she forget that she met me in a taking position? Okay, yeah, I slipped. But I emphasized the rules, and my story was the truth from the start when she allowed her heart to do an interview for a title that was already secure. Though never advertised, never did I tell her like other women that her access was denied. So, man, I'm telling you all, don't ever act surprised if you ever walk a day in my shoes and stand behind these eyes. See, bottom line, you need to decide if you're staying or you're going, or you're choosing or you're rolling with the punches that life is throwing at you. Bottom line, I suggest you get ready for it, because I'm a perfect example of consequences and repercussions of good and bad choices. So you tell me, what would you do? Stay with your number one that's always been a true number one, or roll with your number two that was always a true number one that pretended to be a number two just to be with you? You tell me. Thank y'all.
Yo!
All right.